Hello, my demon horde. Um, Today I come, but not with good news. It's actually ironic I got this in black now. Today, or rather, yesterday, I don't remember what time it is. Yesterday, technically, we lost someone. We lost Satoru Iwata. For those of you who don't know who Iwata is, he was the latest president of Nintendo, and had been for a while. He's been a video game designer with HAL Laboratories. He worked on famous games like the Kirby series, Earthbound, many others. He soon joined with Nintendo. He started his gig in Nintendo with the Pokemon Gold and Silver series, which was one of the first ones for Game Boy Color. The rest were for the original Game Boy, I believe. I don't know, I never actually got to play them in the original format. Something I actually regret now. But at the time I was working on those, it was not actually part of Nintendo, but he offered them as services. Getting recognized from there, he was actually brought in by the Nintendo president. I don't remember his name. It was something Yamauchi. The Yamauchi family being the head of Nintendo since its beginning, and Iwatara being the first non-Yamauchi president to be brought in. He wasn't married to anyone, wasn't related by blood, he was just some guy who worked at HAL, and we liked his work. And for good reason. He also helped work on things such as Mario, Legend of Zelda, other such awesome games that we get to enjoy daily. And unfortunately, he won't be involved in anymore. He was trying to bring Nintendo to the mobile market, which would have given us more people to enjoy the games. He was going to do great things, I'm sure. What happened to him, I'm not entirely sure, I just know what the internet told me, is he had a tumor in his bile ducts that had been ailing him. He was unable to make the latest E3s because of it. Not entirely sure what the cause of death is. I don't really want to read into it. Because bad enough we lost the guy. I can't actually bring myself to physically look into it. I'm actually physically holding back tears right now. Which is weird. I don't cry about most things. Especially people. Because they come, they go. Which is also weird. I'll become a loving mess if one of my favorite characters in a game or TV show dies or whatever. It'll hurt. Next episode I'm fine though. I pride myself on always being the foundation for people in times like this, but not this time. Last time I actually felt like this. Felt pain sorrow over somebody leaving this world and couldn't do nothing more than go, oh God, I'm so sorry for what happened. And try and keep a straight face, or rather show some form of emotion, was when my father passed years ago. It's actually part of the reason is that I actually felt so weak for showing those emotions when he passed. I know showing emotion isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of humanity and strength. And this message won't make sense to anyone who wasn't a huge Nintendo fan and didn't know what the guy put into his work, into his company, into the gamers, the legacy that he left. We are that legacy. Every time we pick up a Nintendo controller and play pretty much anything, you're going to be playing part of Iwata's legacy. they're going to be helping keep his memory alive. Every time you show that awesome old school game to a friend who's never heard of it, every time you're trading Pokemon with someone you don't even know, that's Iwata's legacy. It's what he left us. I'm not sure who the new president's gonna be. I'm not sure what they're gonna bring to the table. But what I do know is that every time we pick up that controller and play a round of Smash with our friends, or we dust off the old GameCube or 64, or download one of the older games in the Wii Virtual Console store, every time we go to Iwata Asks to read something awesome, every time that we hear that famous zap from Samus's blaster, or the "Hya!" from Link's sword strings, that is his legacy. Every time we show a younger sibling or a family friend or somebody that old game that we loved and we wanted to show to the next generation, we're continuing his legacy. And honestly, I don't think we should let it die. Okay, that's one of the biggest legacies in gaming history. And as a gaming channel, even though I haven't covered anything from the Nintendo era yet, that's big. Think of all the things that were inspired by Nintendo. Think every time you found an awesome game parody or ran an emulator because you were bored in class. Every time you and your friends got together to play Mario Kart, Mario Party, Hyrule Warriors, whatever. Every time that you got super excited because you beat the latest Metroid, you beat that last Legend of Zelda game. Every time you fanboyed your heart out or fangirled your heart out over those characters and those memories, and the people looked at you like you were insane. From now on, those moments will be Iwata's legacy. We are his legacy. And it's both amazing and sad at the same time. It sucks because there will never be another game released with Iwata's name on it. We might get games that say, in memory of Iwata, July 2015. But we will never get another game that says directed by or written by or produced by Iwata, or co-produced by Iwata, or anything by Iwata. Those days are behind us now. There might be a few games coming out that'll have that on there, because he helped up until his death. Okay, this man, when Nintendo started falling behind Microsoft and Sony, he cut his own salary to help them. He cut his salary in half. Okay, the president of the company took one of the biggest hits in the company for the company, so we could continue to get games, so we could continue to experience those awesome moments that he wanted to share with us. I mean, without that sacrifice, who knows if we'd even have a Nintendo anymore. So many games that we have now are just this great man that we just lost. Think of every time you've been inspired to make a game, or you wanted to, get this super secret thing in the latest Nintendo game. Every time you see a cameo of this character in this game and vice versa, those were all written in. And they were all overseen by one man. Yeah, his first few years, he was overseen by the third president. Make sure everything was going well, but after that time, Iwata ran the company. And I'd say by Nintendo's constant sales and all the games that have come out in the recent years, that he did a damn good job. I'd like to take the last few minutes that I'm going to use of this video for a moment of silence for the fallen Iwata. Alright, now that's done. I'd also like to take this moment, and I know that none of his family will probably ever see this video. No one from Nintendo will probably ever see this video. But I want them to know that as a member of the gaming community, as someone who plays Nintendo games on a regular basis, that I am so sorry that this great man had to leave. But the fact that he's no longer feeling any pain he would have felt is in a way a blessing. Because whatever religion you believe in, that man has got to be in a better place now. And he will be missed. Not just by his friends and his family and his co-workers, but by gamers around the entire world. People who only know of him because he's the guy who made their favorite game. Will miss him. I never even meeting the guy, having only experienced and knowing of him through his work, will miss him. Because that's not something that you can just replicate. Yeah, you can bring in another president, you can make more games, but everyone's gonna have their own way of doing it. And as sad as it is to say, the Iwata era of Nintendo has come to an end. In my opinion, all too soon. He did amazing work, made amazing games, and left an amazing legacy. And I hope that if anyone from Nintendo sees this, or anyone in Iwata's family sees this, I just want you to know this. He was a great man who did great work. He did amazing things for this world, for the world of gaming, for Nintendo, for people in general who, without these things, who knows where their lives would be. My life would be drastically different, I know that. I would not even be half the person I am today. I would not be the guy sitting here talking to you if it wasn't for Nintendo. As weird as that sounds. Yeah, I started on Atari and stuff, but that was way back when. My main gaming experience has been Sony and Nintendo. My main gaming experience with most of my friends has been through Nintendo. And I may not sound like much, but playing those games with my friends and constantly finding new ways to challenge myself through them, getting to share the old school Nintendo experience that I got as a child with my now 8-year-old, soon to be 9-year-old daughter, with my 2-year-old son, is an amazing experience. The fact that I got to pass on what I had as a child to them, to watch their eyes light up when they reach the end of that level and got to experience something new for the first time. Watching the joy on my children's faces when they beat the level before I could, and watching them turn and smile at me as their character's emblem showed up on another spot on the map. Watching just the joy they had as they beat bosses and being there when they needed my help was amazing, and that's something that I got to experience with them thanks to Iwata. Getting to play Smash Bros. And Mario Kart and watching my daughter's face light up as she beat me to first. Watching her smile and laugh as we tag teamed in battle mode as we played Smash and WarioWare, as we did all these things, as it let me spend time with her and show her awesome new games and teach her on the parts she was stuck on was amazing. And not only do I have, my now ex, but no harsh feelings said at all. Not only do I have her to thank for that, for bringing me into my daughter's life and bringing my son to the world, that I have Iwata to thank for giving me the opportunity to share gaming with my children. I mean, most games on other systems are completely violent and not as kid-friendly as they should be, and as a parent, yes, I enjoy those games. As an adult, I enjoy the thrill of crushing other people in multiplayer, that surge of adrenaline you get from that horror game. But that's not something I can share with my kids. They won't understand it. They won't get why it feels the way it does until they're older. But in order to bring them into that part, to the part where they understand how I feel when I play those games, they first have to get into gaming. And where else do you start other than sitting down and playing a classic game of playing Smash Bros. And making fun little mini games out of it, of playing Mario Kart and watching them line up with joy as they make that turn that you missed 3 times in a row. I'm looking at you, Rainbow Road. I'm looking at you. But all those joys and the English moments of helping them get better with a character because they couldn't beat you the first time around, no matter how hard you held back, the joy of getting to go a little harder next round because they completely beat you using what you taught them. Watching them progress and grow, and knowing that one company made that bonding experience possible, and it was all led by one man, is an amazing experience that, yes, it will still be Nintendo, yes, it will be ran by somebody new, but that was my childhood. That was me getting to share with my child what I got to experience. That was me getting to bond with a young child who wasn't biologically mine. That was me getting to bond with my own child, even though, yeah, he's 2 and he doesn't really get it, but he figured out the controls and everything. He's going to grow up to be a great gamer, I hope. And there's just so much I was brought to this world by this one man, and we can't give back enough, in my opinion. And it only hurts that much more knowing that I could never give back enough for what it's given me. Now he's gone. Now, even if I ever did have a way to give back to Iwata, who would I give to? It wouldn't be the same. So, in closing, I invite all of you, share your greatest Iwata era Nintendo moment down in the comments. I want to know what he made, what games he gave you that inspired you and molded you into the gamer you are today. Mine personally, Legend of Zelda. I've always loved the Legend of Zelda series. I've always been a huge Legend of Zelda fan, way more than I've enjoyed Mario. I play Mario because it's multiplayer. I can't multiplayer Legend of Zelda except for Hyrule Warriors. I've always had a fascination with Darkwing. I cosplay him. He's my main character in Brawl, and Wii U is Link. And it's like the courage and the storylines of Legend of Zelda have inspired me to realize that no matter what happens, I can always try. I don't have to give up. I just have to lay down and take what life throws at me. If I'm brave enough to try, I can do it. It's part of what inspired me to continue YouTubing after I felt like I just wasn't getting anywhere with it. It's part of what inspired me to keep trying and going every game that I play, not giving up, finding that new angle, finding that trick that you actually needed. You know, and the rich characters in the game too, it's just... I guess the main point of this video is that I just wanted there to be a way for me to publicly thank Iwata and let those close to him, even if they never see this, know he will be missed by millions, if not billions of people everywhere. So make sure to comment your favorite Iwata era Nintendo moment. I want to know what they are. I want to know what the Iwata era of Nintendo did for you growing up, or for your family. If any of the games he created really stuck to you and inspired the person you are today, I want to know. Because that's a big part of his legacy. And that's something that we need to keep going, guys. So as always, and on this very somber note, I am Demonic Leo 13. And I really wish that I could have made my first Nintendo video on something a lot cheerier. But as always, I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Satoru Iwata, you will be missed, but not forgotten.